So Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera takes place this weekend, and this fight can go either one of two ways. One, this can either be a very boring fight where Sean O'Malley is just outpointing Chito Vera for 5 rounds and makes it an absolute snooze fest, or it can be a very exciting fight in the last 2 rounds where Chito Vera is having success and maybe hurting O'Malley at some points. Now, I tend to think towards the latter here. I think O'Malley is going to have a very difficult time in the 4th and 5th round dealing with Chito Vera. And here's my reason why. Chito Vera is the most durable man in the UFC. This guy somehow just doesn't take any damage. He doesn't get rocked ever in his career. When he fought Corey Sandhagen, he was on bottom position getting ground and pounded, and somehow Corey Sandhagen comes out with a cut while Chito Vera's face is completely fine. This man is just built different in terms of striking defense, durability. Chito Vera just doesn't take any damage whatsoever, and that worries me because I think that Sean O'Malley is not going to be able to put away Chito Vera. If that's the case, if Chito Vera is this monster of a guy who just can't take any damage, if Chito Vera has this level 100 defense stat maxed out, I don't see Sean O'Malley being able to put him away and TKOing him. That's out of the question for me. And when it comes to Chito Vera, he's always losing until he just isn't. When he fought Frankie Edgar, he was losing, then lands a front kick. When he fought Rob Font, a little bit different here, but he was losing those rounds pretty comfortably, then lands a sweet chin music and rocks Rob Font. When he fought Dominic Cruz, I think he rocked him early in that fight as well, but again, losing those rounds and then coming back to KO Dominic Cruz out of fucking nowhere with a head kick. Chito Vera simply is just losing until he wins, and when he's fighting Sean O'Malley, that can be danger in the 4th and 5th rounds. I think O'Malley is going to be comfortably outstriking Chito Vera in the first 3 rounds, but when the 4th and 5th round hits, I see real big issues happening for O'Malley. And let's keep it real here. We haven't seen O'Malley in a full 5-rounder just yet. The closest thing we got was him versus Chris Matinho, where he was beating him up for 3 rounds with a crazy pace. I think he landed the bantamweight strike record in that matchup. To be fair, Matinho was just a walking heavy bag for O'Malley, so that might make it easier on him in the cardio department. So the next best evidence that we have of O'Malley using his cardio is against Petr Yan, and we saw in that matchup, like, 3 rounds is not, fully guaranteed that O'Malley won't gas, I guess. Like, O'Malley was obviously rocked. He was obviously tired against Petr Yan. He got hit with a clean left hook, and this man, O'Malley, when he gets a bit tired, when he gets concussed, his hands kind of drop. And that is his style. He always has his hands down, but it seems like his footwork kind of slows down. His distance management may not be as good, and that's typical of a fighter who is gassing. But against Chito Vera, that's where the opportunity arises for him to head kick, for him to one-punch KO O'Malley out cold, if that's even possible. But when O'Malley gets hurt, when he gets tired, he is more open to being landed on. And if that's Chito Vera, he can land on anybody. I think the entire fight, he will be landing on O'Malley. I just think he will be getting outpointed at the same time. And you know what? Maybe Chito Vera's power might be a bit overrated. When he fought Frankie Edgar, his chin was completely gone by that time. Frankie Edgar had literally 0 chin, took a front kick to the face, got knocked out. When he fought Rob Font, I believe the fight before that, Rob Font fought Jose Aldo, where he was getting rocked all over the place. Dominic Cruz has a good chin, but has never had the best chin ever. He gets rocked quite consistently in his matchups sometimes. So my point is that Chito Vera has only really showed KO power against guys who have had a history of not having the best chin. And I think right now, Sean O'Malley's chin is better than all of them. I think right now, O'Malley has a better chin than Dominic Cruz. I think he's a better chin than Frankie Edgar. Of course, at that time, Edgar had no chin. I think his chin is better than Rob Font. O'Malley can take some punches. When he fought Petr Yan again, that's my reference point here. He took some big shots off of Petr Yan. At one point in that 3rd round, there was a massive left hook that I think Petr Yan landed flush on the chin of O'Malley, and he took it pretty well. He got rocked and kind of dropped by Petr Yan with, I believe, a right hand. Still, he was able to recover and get back into that fight and arguably win a decision versus Petr Yan. That decision is still kind of controversial. Some say Petr Yan won, some say O'Malley won. Personally, I had O'Malley winning rounds 1 and 3. I think the cut in the 3rd round really won it for O'Malley, but again, it is debatable. But I'm not here to argue the decision between him and Petr Yan. It just really worries me that in the later rounds, we're going to see O'Malley get hurt by Chito Vera on maybe several occasions. Now, one thing that I did see in the YouTube space was Lucas Tracy talking about shooting takedowns. O'Malley has to shoot takedowns to beat Chito Vera, and I kind of agree, but I agree in a different way. I don't see O'Malley game planning any takedowns. I don't see him coming out there in the first, second, third round going for a takedown Corey Sandhagen style. Matter of fact, I don't see him doing it because he wants to entirely. I see him doing it because he has to. I think at some point in the fourth, fifth round, we're going to see O'Malley shoot a panic takedown because he's getting hurt by Marlon Vera. At some point in the later rounds, we're going to see O'Malley gas a little bit. We're going to see him get a little bit tired, drop his hands a little bit, him actually fearing Chito Vera in the later rounds, maybe getting on his bike, trying to actively avoid Chito Vera, trying to make sure he doesn't get finished by him. And now he's forced to shoot takedowns or go for a panic takedown because he has to recover. O'Malley is open to getting hit in the later rounds. Chris Moutinho, I know how bad Chris Moutinho was, but he was still landing on O'Malley's chin. Petr Yan landed on O'Malley's chin. Like, O'Malley is open to being hit, and if he's tired and if he's gassing, I can see Chito Vera landing a shot on O'Malley's chin, but there's always a but. I don't see him putting him away. I don't see Chito Vera winning this fight at all. Even though I believe Chito Vera can hurt O'Malley at one point, even though I believe that he will be the one pressuring, landing investment shots, landing a lot of low kicks, body kicks, front kicks to the body, Chito Vera will be having success in the first, second, third round, I don't see him beating Sean O'Malley. I think when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, we're going to see O'Malley get his hand raised because he did enough in the first 3 rounds to win himself the decision. And it might even be a split decision. There might be a controversial third round in there that people might argue goes in the favor of Chito Vera. But I think in the first 3 rounds, we're going to see O'Malley just outland, outpoint Chito Vera, but not hurt him, not do any significant damage, to give Chito Vera really any trouble in that 4th and 5th round. We're still going to see a fresh Chito Vera. We're still going to see him not have any damage on his face, on his body. Chito Vera will be ready to go full Terminator mode in those later rounds. But in those first 3, he just won't be active enough. He won't be doing enough damage, and he will be getting tagged a lot by Sean O'Malley. I think he'll just be too far behind to really even catch up to O'Malley. And I don't see him getting a 10-8 round anywhere in this. So I think we're going to see a 48-47 decision in favor of Sugar Sean O'Malley. He retains his belt. He wins. What do we do afterwards? I don't know. They might do Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. They might do Merab versus somebody. I don't know what they really do right now, but my official prediction is Sean O'Malley wins this fight versus Chito Vera. He wins by 48-47 decision in a very iffy last 2 rounds for himself where he gets hurt at one point. I think when you watch back their first fight that they had, O'Malley was having more success against Chito Vera before the perennial nerve kick. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Chito Vera wins by perennial nerve kick TKO. And I'm telling you right now, there is no way, not a single shot in the world, Chito Vera lands another perennial nerve kick and TKO Sean O'Malley. That would be the worst thing for the UFC. That'd be awful if O'Malley got finished again by a fluke TKO, I guess. But I still think O'Malley's legs will be completely beat up from the leg kicks. I think he'll have a weaker body because of the front kicks and the body kicks. And that will lend itself to look like O'Malley's going to break in the 4th and 5th round, probably the 5th round. But before that even happens, we're going to see O'Malley just give him the Corey Sandhagen treatment and just outpoint him, outjab him for the first 3 rounds. Land spinning back kicks, land spinning wheel kicks, but it just won't be enough damage to really put away Chito Vera at all. And somehow, some way, O'Malley survives the last 2 rounds, and that will be the big story of the fight. People might call robbery after the fight because O'Malley will be getting his ass kicked for the last 2 rounds. That might be a whole narrative, and I'm predicting that narrative to happen. But still, O'Malley will get his hand raised, and that is my official prediction. Thank you guys for watching this video. I surely do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for notifications. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.